Honey, what time is it?
It is 5:27.
Where's the light in this thing? Where's the other one? Okay. So where are we going?
I have no clue. You tell me.
You have no clue?
No.
I guess you'll have to wait and see, huh?
I guess so.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Otherwise, I'll go back to bed.
We're off to our weekend getaway. Celebrating our anniversary from 2 weeks ago. And she doesn't know where we're going, so I guess we'll hope for the best. So we'll talk to you later. Lucy doesn't know it yet, but we're off to an overnight road trip taking us from our home in Brampton to just beyond the eastern end of Lake Ontario, to a town called Gananoque, a waterfront community in the heart of 1000 Islands. I've planned this little overnighter to celebrate our 34th wedding anniversary. Our anniversary was a few weeks earlier, but due to work commitments, I was unable to take the time off until now. I hope this makes up for it, Lucy. We are now in Gananoque. This is where we are going to meet up with a cruise that explores the islands of the St. Lawrence known as 1000 Islands. We will be doing a 1-hour stopover on a special island called Heart Island and visit a historic castle called Boldt Castle. Since Heart Island is one of the American islands, we will be effectively entering the United States on this 1-hour stopover, so we will be required to show our passports upon entering this island. In preparation for the trip, I told Lucy to make sure to take her passport. She didn't know where we would be going, so this added a touch of mystery and melodrama to the day. Gananoque is an indigenous name which means town on two rivers, the two rivers being the Gananoque River, which runs through the town, generally flowing in a southerly direction, and into the second and larger river, the St. Lawrence. The town had a population of 5,383 year-round residents in the 2021 Canadian census, excluding the summer residents living on the many cottages and homes located on the many nearby islands referred to as 1000 Islands. Speaking of 1000 Islands, allow me to ask you what may at first seem to be a silly question. How many islands are in 1000 Islands? If you think the answer is 1000, then I will have to tell you, you are wrong. A little later in this video, I will answer this question as well as discuss the factors that make an island, as opposed to just being a rock in the river. Here's a question to quiz your 1000 Islands knowledge. What are the names of the largest of the islands? Answer coming up. Notice the beautiful shoreline of this town sitting on the shore of the mighty St. Lawrence River, and the very modern condominiums that were recently built here. Can you imagine a more lovely scene to wake up to each morning, looking at your window or enjoying a morning coffee on your balcony and allowing your eyes to feast on the natural beauty of this shoreline? This is the American side of the St. Lawrence River, with many beautiful cottages along the bank of the river. This is part of New York State. Wolf Island is the largest of the islands located at the mouth of the St. Lawrence. Kingston can be seen in the upper left and Cape Vincent, New York, on the lower right. The island is about 29 kilometers long. The resident population is about 1,400 people, but can double or triple in summer. This island is Canadian. This is not an island, just a rock in the river and a resting place for the birds. Let's now talk about how many islands are in 1,000 islands and what makes an island or not. According to our cruise announcer, and confirmed by our friend Wikipedia, there are a total of 1,864 islands. They start at Kingston, Ontario, which sits at the mouth of the St. Lawrence River on Lake Ontario, and extend down the river for about 80 kilometers. The islands range in size from 100 square kilometers to much smaller islands occupied by only a single resident. Here's the criteria to make it one of the islands. It doesn't have to be very big. Actually, if it has at least 1 square foot of land out of the water year round, it's potentially an island. However, here's the catch. It must support at least 2 living trees. Are you enjoying the surprise cruise, Lucy? Huh? Nice. Grindstone Island, located slightly downstream from Wolf Island, is the fourth largest of the Thousand Islands and is second largest of the American islands. The island has a private vineyard owned by the Purcell family, summer gift shops, 4 active beef farms, historic but now abandoned farmlands, and private non-government conservation lands owned by the Thousand Island Land Trust. The island currently has 10 households, but the population rises to 700 during the summer months. The island was once considered to be part of Canada, but since 1823 has been recognized as part of the United States. Wellesley Island is an island in Jefferson County, New York. The island was originally called Wills Island, but was renamed Wellesley Island in 1815 to honor Arthur Wellesley, 1st Duke of Wellington. The island bounds an internal body of water, the Lake of the Isles, which nearly doubles its waterfront. The easternmost peninsula of the island lies across from the village of Alexandria Bay in the United States. U.S. Interstate 81 crosses Wellesley Island. 5 segments which make up the Thousand Islands International Bridge connect the island to the opposite shores of the river. One of the bridges crosses a narrow channel, the International Rift, which separates Wellesley Island in the United States from Hill Island in Canada. The United States border crossing facility at the port of entry is located on the northeastern part of the island. The island has 2 state parks, a nature center, and 3 golf courses. Another notable island is Hill Island. It is located on the Canadian side of the border and is separated from Wellesley Island on the US side by the International Rift. Hill Island is southwest of Rockport and southeast of Lansdowne and Ivy Lee on the Canadian mainland. The Thousand Islands Tower is an observation tower on the island, providing great panoramic views of the surrounding waterway and islands. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. land here. Just no one's claimed that island right there.
I said that when I went to
Wanna do it?
I'm like,
Sure.
oh, I'm going to sit for my math test, and I did.
Build a dog house on there.
The house is like, it's a red one.
Look at that house there. See how big that is.
Let's go up there in the morning.
It's probably what they call Millionaire's Row here.
Anyway, I'm going to post somebody and tell them I'm watching. I went there. It's in Alberta. It's like one of the top products. It's so
This is the Thousand Islands Bridge connecting New York State in the USA with Eastern Ontario in Canada. It connects Interstate 181 in the United States with Highway 137 connecting to Highway 401 in Ontario. It supports 2 lanes of traffic, one going in each direction. The bridge was constructed in 1937, although updates were made to the bridge system in 1959. This bridge system consists of 5 connected spans. From Interstate 181, the first span of the bridge connects from the American Highway to Wellesley Island, which is an American island. From Wellesley Island, the next span connects to Hill Island. The next span connects Hill Island to Constance Island. This is a span which crosses the international border. Constance Island then spans to Georgina Island, and the next span connects to the mainland Canada, connecting then to Ontario's Highway 401 via Highway 137. This Thousand Islands border crossing connects the towns of Alexandria Bay, New York, and Ivy Lee, Ontario. Hey? No, this is Canada. So much for the bridge system and the highways, but we are on the river, so let's talk about the river. One cannot help but notice the clarity of the water in the river here, and contrary to what most people might think, this clarity of the waterway has improved significantly in recent decades. The story behind this is a bittersweet one. In a word, this is largely thanks to the zebra mussel, which was discovered in these waterways in the 1980s. This species of mollusk originates from the lakes of southern Russia and Ukraine. It is believed that these mussels were accidentally introduced here by ships coming from that area of the world. Mussels feed on the algae in the water and act as a natural clarification organism, causing the water to become clearer. This is the single greatest benefit of the zebra mussel, and in fact, may be the only benefit. However, the downside is great and has caused both the USA and Canada billions of dollars in managing the challenges that this species has introduced to the lakes and waterways. Here are some of the new challenges that the zebra mussel has introduced to the area. Number one, they rapidly coat water intake pipes, affecting power plants or treatment plants. Number two, they negatively affect the shipping and sailing industries when they foul up ship hulls, motors, and marinas. Number three, the zebra mussel is an invasive species and has overtaken the native mussel species, largely due to the fact that zebra mussels reproduce and propagate much more efficiently than the native species and take over very quickly, in many cases, wiping out the native species. Number four, they have created challenges for some fish species to spawn as efficiently as they did in the past. Number five, they have negatively impacted the value of some beachfront properties. Number six, there have been a link made with increased cases of botulism, which is a poisoning caused by the associated bacteria. Well, thank you, Russia, and thank you, Ukraine, for the clear water, but then maybe no thanks.
Well, my parents said Mexico. I can't get Mexico. Oh, can't do Mexico. Pick it out. Oh, there's like no way I'm going to New York. New York, you go anytime with cat food. Okay, you're right. Like, okay, maybe in Germany. No, I'm going. I don't want to go to Germany. It's not a wedding. It's like this is thing before a wedding. I don't know. Whatever that is. Yeah, yeah. Go look it. I think. I mean, we've already been there. I think.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think they both do. And Solo was like, I will be always there. I'm always there. Yo, you'll never remember. How did she open it? How did she open it? Oh yeah. Have you ever had something to eat? But I have free time, and it's actually worth the hype. Sometimes. It's depending on the week. It changes every week. Like there's, except for one cookie. Like the 5 cookie changes, and then the 6 cookie is always chocolate chip. And the chocolate chip is like designed for.
Look at that. Oh, that's a good job. I must.
Kind of ugly. Or no, you don't follow the WNBA?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Use it. The castle. Use it. Castle. It's really good.
Oh yeah. These games are like sometimes okay. The biggest team, the same thing happens. No one can actually hit the ball. And when they do, it's like it's a lifetime.
Hart Island is the jewel of the Thousand Islands, and especially the jewel for this tour. Hart Island is zoomed out here so we can see where it is with respect to Wellesley Island. Today, we are going to be landing on this beautiful and mystical island. We will learn about the love story that it holds, a love story with a very sad ending. This is the island on which was built a very large stone castle by one man, George Boldt, as a present for his wife. We are going to walk the meticulously groomed grounds and the enchanting rooms of the castle. We will tell the story behind the man, his wife, and the castle that he built for her, and how it all came together in the end, or did not. The island deserves an episode dedicated only to it, so that is what we shall do. It is here that we shall end this video, and we hope you will come back to our next video, which will provide a tour of Hart Island and Boldt Castle.